Bring up a drink, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to stop presenting, I think. And is somebody got camera control?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to introduce our fantastic presenters today. There's me, James Abella. There is Ralph, because he's next in the windows. And Seth.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
And Davis. We've got Davis next.
Davis, well, I don't know. I was waiting for it. And we are beginning with Davis, our super celeb coming all the way from Bangkok. So, Davis, it's over to you. Let's see what you've got for us this Thirsty Thursday.
Okay, thank you, James Abela, for that amazing introduction. So I just want to share my screen to everybody. Is anyone
Yeah, you're looking good.
Yes.
We can see your screen.
All right. More sheets.
Yeah, I just want to share a little something about Google Sheets, particularly conditional formatting. So I was playing around with conditional formatting a few months ago, and I discovered that you can actually create a formula on using conditional formatting. So I've got here 3 columns actually for visa expiry, for passport expiry, and for the 90 days. If you don't know, here in Thailand, we need to report it. If you're a foreigner working here in Thailand, you need to report every 90 days, and sometimes you need to keep up with the dates so that you don't miss it out. And otherwise, you'll pay like 2,000 baht for missing the 90 days report. And so I created this kind of conditional formatting wherein if it's within the 7-day allowance before and after that the 90-day period that you have, it will turn into a different color. So what I've got here, let me just show you, is a formatting wherein it tells me, let me just, so instead of just writing a particular condition, I actually wrote a sort of a formula wherein it calculates the date today plus 7 days, or the date today minus 7 days. So if the date today is plus or minus 7 days of what you need to of the date that you need to report, then it'll turn into a different color. So
And it gradually towards red.
yeah, so it turns into a different. So let me just show you really quickly how it works. So I'll type in here. Let's say December. Where's that? So if I say here December 8, it'll turn into a different color. That's because you're within the 7-day plus or minus grace period. If it's December 15, it's also telling you that you can still do it. But if it's more than that, then it'll not. It won't turn into a different color though. That's because you already missed it, and you'll have to pay 2,000 baht for that. Okay, so I think that's it. Just a quick one for everybody.
Very nice. And
Good one. Good
problem
one.
for Thailand there.
What?
Yeah, please hear it. So who did we agree was going second?
You, my dear.
Me. Oh, right, me, yes. Well, we all know that there are many cruise sharing products out there. For example, there's a product called Kahoot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I decided to do was I found a lovely program called Draw.io, and I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to show you how Draw.io works. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Just checking. Now, what's nice about Draw.io, firstly, it's a little add-on, but what's particularly nice about it is, unlike Google Draw, which is the only reason you use this, is you can just drag things around, and notice how it follows lovely. Did you see that? So there we are. You can move it around. Now, I thought, what better way to use flowcharts than actually to show how to make a quizzing system? And in this quizzing system, you can choose a quiz system. Now, Ralph, are you still on there? Ralph?
Yes.
Right, Ralph. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Right. So, if we're choosing a quizzing system, do you want to do this quiz in your classroom?
I am trying to perceive what it is, but all quizzes are great.
Yes. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to do this. Are you going to do a quiz in your classroom?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. Is this going to be multiple choice?
Yes.
Yes. Is this going to be competitive?
Yes.
Are they going to start at the same time?
I think I know where I have to go. Yes.
Can they see the screen?
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, I see why you choose me. Yeah, very great. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God, diligent, James, diligent.
That's right, and obviously this is available as a document if you want the documents. But I just wanted to show how draw.io works.
Okay, James, that's it. Can you please tell the name of the plugin again?
Draw.io.
Draw.io. That is a reminder for us to make our Thursday Slam Sheet updated so everybody can get the links. Okay, do I take it right that I'm next?
Yes, you're next.
Okay, little introduction. My name is Ralph from Bangkok. I work at the same school as Davis, which is a bilingual school in Bangkok. We have been a Google school for 2 years, and slowly but surely it's picking up. Everybody's using Classroom more or less, and our GEG West Bangkok is also picking up, so things are slowly but surely picking up, and more members assuring more traffic, and yeah, it's amazing to be part of it. So today I have something out of the Google realm, and I came across that, I believe, by G+, and I'm sharing my screen now. Can somebody confirm that you see? Okay, so quizzes, when they are less fun than Kahoots, many times there are multiple choice questions, and I found an application which is called Quick Key, and I start with a PDF document you can download from them, which looks like the following. There are 30 multiple choice answer boxes, A, B, C, D, and E, so 5 choices. You have a student ID until 9,000 students and a name box with a quiz name. And what one does is you go to the website and you create a quiz. It is a little bit, one has to get used to the interface here, but once I have created a quiz, I can tell the quiz what the right answers are, and you see this here. So I have a quiz, the quiz ID is 002, that's my second quiz, but I have here my answers, yeah. Let me quickly, oh, I don't know how to actually modify the answers here, edit quiz. And so what you have to do is, before you go to the class, you can do that afterwards anyhow as well, because the process is not connected. Like the students just need to know their student numbers in order to fill them out properly. And then later or before, you can choose the quiz right answers. And I don't know why I can't see it right now. I can see that these are the answers. Maybe because I've already scanned it, I can't change the answers. Okay, so I have submitted to one quiz on this interface the right answers. And what I do now is go to the class and hand out this key, show the questions on the projection screen. They all do their quizzes. And you have to tell them that they have to fill out the boxes properly and not over the border, nor write anything else anywhere on the field, only in the name field here. And when you have done this, then I try to just stop my screen share now. When you've done this, you use your phone with an application which is called Quick Key, and it has nothing else but a scanner in it, and it is a real blast. It worked with student submissions who filled out the boxes nicely. You just hover for half of a second without moving over the quiz, and you get scored right away. And yeah, so if you are still in a classroom where there are no computers at every student, then this is a very good way of using multiple choice without the hassle of correcting it. And slam, Thirsty Thursday rocks.
Fantastic.
Nice
Thank you
one.
very much. Next is Seti, please enlighten us.
Let me just start with a screen share. Something a bit more basic. I still get a lot of questions from teachers at our school on, how can I take my PDFs that I've downloaded from Edmodo or from the TES, how can I convert these and how can I edit these, and still a lot of teachers are not aware of OCR and how Google Drive actually has OCR built in. So I'm just going to quickly show you how this works. So right here I've got my PDF, and I can simply just upload this to my drive, right click on it, and I click on Open with Google Docs. Google Docs converts the PDF and turns it into a Google Doc. Now this is a very large PDF file, so it's going to take a while. Just to show you what it looks like, oh, here it is, all done. It leaves the original images at the top of each page, and then when you scroll down, you have all your text right there, and it tries to duplicate it or replicate it as good as possible. As you can see here, I can now edit this, share this, copy paste it. The same goes for images. So I've actually got a file here, which is an image file. Just going to simply click, drag, and drop this image. Now this is a picture taken with a smartphone, let's say the newspaper, an article. As soon as the image is online, I can do the same thing, right-click, open with, Google Docs. The original image stays at the top of my document, and my second, third, fourth page will be the text. So let's give that a minute. It's a bit slow. Right. Let's just see what happens. Come on, come on, come on.
Hey Sethi, did you have to add an add-on for that, or is it just
not at all.
automatically?
It's all built in. So you just upload your files into your drive, and it automatically does it. So let me just try that again. Right-click, open with Google Docs, and
We are putting a lot of pressure on it at the moment, aren't we?
come on.
With all the videos and stuff going on.
This is where you're thinking about, oh, Malaysia, good internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, try it. It works really, really well.
Yeah.
And it's a huge time saver, especially for teachers that get a lot of resources, have stuff in the classroom, and just don't have the time to type it all over again.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I think
snap a picture, upload it, and convert the file.
Can I ask one little question?
Yeah.
If the PDF has security on it, does Google Drive respect that security, or does it try and convert it anyway?
Yeah, so it does respect the security.
So if the copy and paste is disabled or something.
But then that's where there's still a workaround, so you could still, take the image and then read the image.
Yeah, you could just print the PDF again, couldn't you? Remove it that way, yeah.
So that way you can still get it.
Okay, excellent. Right, now Wesley, I'm sure, is always ever ready.
Yes.
So, Wes, what delight have you got for us this week?
What's happening? This is my first Thirsty Thursday in a very long time, and I'm excited that I was able to make it. I'm excited to see you, James.
I have heard that you know the person who named it. I'm not sure, Wes.
Named what? Oh,
Named
Thirsty.
this event.
I don't know.
It was
But
Wes.
also,
It
you
was
don't know.
Wes, for sure.
actually, your internet's working. Normally, when you were in Thailand, it wouldn't ever work.
I know. I mean, that's it. That has been a running joke, hasn't it, the entire last term? And now I seem to have the best internet of anybody.
Yeah. I did like that, how I was like, ooh, when you were moving that around and the line was following it. Anyways, and people can see my screen already. Are we good to go?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ralph's on the best.
Well,
So I
you
wanna-
are shared, but your screen isn't shared yet.
Oh, you're presenting, but it's not
Yeah,
shared.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
got
so
videos
I've been
ready.
doing a lot of blogging with students and doing a lot of blogging with teachers and getting them to understand how blogging can be a really nice and easy way to develop a portfolio, a reflection tool, and really develop online content that looks good without needing to put a lot of effort in. Just like whenever we do a post on a blog, it's pretty much just like any kind of Word document or Google document. You type in text and that's it. You don't have to know how to create a website or know Google Sites or Weebly or Wix. You just have to know how to type and put out your content, which is most important for students, I think, because we want them to just give us their information and their knowledge and their understanding rather than being able to be whizzes at HTML or being able to develop blogs and design as well. So what I want to talk about is my favorite thing. It's a simple thing. It's called labels. Because when you add labels to a blog, it's going to organize your blog, and it's going to look really nice as well, just like a website. So in this one, I'm talking about adding labels and it being very helpful. So I'm going to add a label over here. I can type in blog, but because I've done it before, I can just click it down here, so I make sure I spell it correctly. Is there anything else I can? Okay, it's a little bit of tech theory. So I'm going to have a couple labels. I can have more than one. Okay, so now look at my blog. I don't have this published yet, so I'm going to publish this. And once it's published, I can go back to, oh, I don't want to share it on Google Plus today. We'll do that later. So now I have blog, tech theory, and you can see the other labels I have on my other blog posts. So if I go back to my blog, I can refresh my web page, and you can say, oh, there it is. Okay, but let's take a look at what else I have here. I have home, about me. You can scroll down and see my other blogs, but it's not really a web page. It's just a stream of thought. So I want to turn this more into a web page with my labels. So I'm going to go down to something called the template, and inside template, it's layout. It's layout, not template. Inside layout, I got all this stuff that is going on in my blog. I want to add a gadget to my banner. So I'm going to add a gadget here, and the gadget I'm going to add is labels. Okay, so we'll add that label. Okay, let's just save it. And now I have an extra gadget in there called labels. All right, now let's save this arrangement, and let's see now what my blog looks like after I've added this label gadget. Before I do that, though, I want to go to my posts. I want you to look at my labels. I have blog, tech theory, tech conferences, blog. These orange things are the labels. I simply added a label to the blog post, and then it organizes it automatically. Take a look at my new blog. Oh, well, actually, I need to customize my label a little bit better, but notice how at the top, now if I click on anything like here, like blog, it'll take me only to those blog posts where I talked about blogging. So I'm automatically, organizing my blog just by adding labels. Now, normally, I actually don't want it to look like this. I want it to look more like this up there, but that'll be next time that I show you guys, because I got to tinker with this for a second now.
It's okay.
I can see if I can click this and say edit, and I want it to look not like that. I want it to, let's do a cloud, show numbers per label. Do I want that? All labels, show.
Wait, I've got a ready-made version for you if you want me to show.
Yeah, you can do that. And I just think it's so nice to just kind of, let me save this and see if it looks like a cloud. That's kind of interesting. So if I go to refresh this, now it's, look at that. Now it's all at the top like a website. So actually this thing, home, about me, I want to get rid of that. And now automatically I am creating this web page where if I click on Google Apps for Education, it takes me to all of the blog posts that I talked about Google Apps. So it's like I'm creating this web page looking thing, but it's not a web page, it's a blog, and it's simple to write a post, because all I got to do is write post, type it in, hey, add a label, anything I put in here, that will then go underneath Apple for Education if that's what I was adding. So there we go, Thirsty Thursday, educators thirsty for knowledge.
Very
Thanks,
nice.
guys.
Very nice.
Also, what I really like is the fact that you can actually select just a few of those labels. Because I mean, if you're like me and my blog's got 50 different labels, you can actually select just the 6 you want, and that it's very powerful. It's really good.
Yeah, and another way of doing it also is I put it on the right-hand side, and I just have it as a word cloud. And what's nice is you can put the size. So I think it's very
Can you
simple.
show us on yours?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. I'll press the button, share my screen. Hang on, where's the button? There it is. Entire screen, share. It's coming. Can you see it? Think so. There you go. So you can see mine. Same thing, real simple, real quick. Everybody seen it?
Slice of Raspberry Pi, yes. Hey, that's the spy people there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, obviously, it's worth a read.
They're part of the Mad magazine.
Oh, well, that one's a very old picture, but yeah.
Your screen share just has disappeared again.
Yeah, no, that was all I was going to show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just going to show.
So, do we have another round, or what do you think,
Why
James?
don't we share what we've been doing this week for a change?
Sure.
So, what have you been up to? Who should we start with? Well, Wesley went last first, so we can go first this time.
Yeah, sure. This week, what have I been doing?
We've been
I've
doing
been doing
stuff with blogs.
stuff.
Yes,
Let me see if I can open this up. Where is it? With Keynote and some students. Let me see if I can open up a most recent one about it. Making backgrounds. It works. Oh, that's not it. No, I've got nothing to show you. Other than I love Keynote.
You can talk. You can talk is fine.
Well,
you know, I did a keynote last weekend at the Google Summit, and this was the people's favorite thing. This is something I've been talking about a lot. I've been talking about, like, we have physical space and digital space, right?
Yes.
And, you can't change the physical space. You have to teach block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. Like, they have to be separate. We can't mesh kids into one thing. But what's funny is that we mirror our physical places with our digital spaces. Like, we have Google Classrooms for every block, and it's good to organize, but the kids are stuck collaborating on Google Documents with only kids in their classroom, which really isn't 21st century collaboration. You know, we should mix that space into one big collaborative space where a student from block 1 could work with a student from block 3. And when we create groups, we're like, hey guys, get into groups of 2 or 3. You know, they do, but it's like, get into groups of 2 or 3, but they can't be in this room. And that's kind of developing some skills that kids are going to be needed to have in the future, right?
Yeah. I mean, what I've been doing to try and encourage people about on a small scale is just using Google spreadsheets and actually mixing the students up that way. So one kid is the partner, and they're told to share with another kid. And that works across whatever rooms or whatever they're doing with, because they know partner A needs to share with partner B and vice versa. So I think it's perfectly possible, and if you've got the internet to support it, then you can share across the entire building very easily.
Yeah, maybe more ideas can be shared too, because maybe in class 1, the class really came up with this great idea and this great discussion. So they can take what the learning happened and they can share it with block 3. I mean, and there's tons of ways to do this.
Especially as homework, you know, what your homework could be to check another class's work, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's some things I've been talking with a lot of educators about and trying to make it work. I actually made one big collaborative space with the Google Classroom, but it got a little bit messy because there's too much students. I think that
Yeah.
what I should probably do is get the students to enable that collaboration space on their own. I think that
Yeah.
they have enough tools, and I've shown them enough ways that they can collaborate with Google Documents that
Yeah.
they now figure it out. And they'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I could use a Google document. Oh, I could send an
Yeah.
email. Oh, I could make a video and share it with them. And all
Yeah.
these different ideas should come from the students.
Have
I
you
mean,
have you decided on what communication?
quite easy. If
Sorry.
you choose the partners for them, that's quite easy because I normally say partner A share with partner B, and then there's no real discussion. They know to share. The trick is when you've got kids who are not on at the same time, and then you've got to say, well, for your homework, this class did it the week before, etc., etc., and work it out that way. So I think there's a lot of opportunities, and I think Google Sheets is the way that you can do it because they only have to look down for their own name and one other name, and you can randomly mix them up pretty easily.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, I did. I got all we have 3 different 6th grade math classes, and I put them into one Google Classroom,
Yeah,
and I asked a question.
yeah.
So when you ask a question in Google Classroom, right, everybody can
Everybody, won't it?
responses and they can reply on each other's. So I
Yeah.
had them all reply on each other. For me, it was a little bit crazy, but there was a lot of content there that we got to look at across the 3 different classes, and they had to comment on other kids that weren't in their class, and that worked. That worked, but it was hard for me to find the kids because there's 60 kids then, and like if I'm going to give them a grade or assess them,
Well, I wouldn't necessarily assess them on that, but you can certainly do pair assessment where, one student peer assesses another and do it that way.
Well, that's
So I think,
true. Why not enable that, right? That's a good
yeah,
point.
yeah. So I think if you use a little bit of spreadsheet action to go with Google Classroom, it becomes relatively easy because within the domain you can share anybody with anybody. In fact, outside the domain you can share as well.
Well, I just think about how is it called to whitelist another domain, and Wes, when this feature came out, I remember that I added PCIS.
I said I was like, I'll do it, man, and then I just never got around.
No worries, no worries. But that will be interesting because now even other domains can share and.
I think
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for somebody to make a digital passport for Google Schools and then share this classroom to all other schools. That would be great. Like,
you've got it. It's called a gig.
yeah, but that's not for school children. Yeah, like a driving license
You
for.
need to connect the teachers first.
What's your dream, Ralph? What's your dream? What do you want to have happen?
Yeah. I mean, you need to have shared planning for that to work, basically, because they need to be working on the same document at roughly the same time. I would love to, have other kids from other schools get involved with computer science, but it's a case of actually finding those kids and finding people who are doing similar things.
I agree. Yeah, time management and coordination will be important. Therefore, it's important for strong minds like Wes who just run forward and pull everybody behind. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, within a school, I think it's easy enough. I mean, because there's only a couple of teachers and people talk to them.
That's the thing, James, because there was like last year I had all of these different seminars and I worked with all my teachers like, let's connect the classroom and we can go to mysteryskype.com and there's other teachers you can find to collaborate with, and a few teachers did. I was just like, this year it's been like, let's just collaborate within our school, and if we can do that, then we can think about other schools, but let's get it down pat, at least like within our own school.
It sounds as if you had gone through a refocusing period, Wes.
Yeah.
Let's go crazy.
You got,
Also, a lot will depend on the size of your school too. I mean, if you've got a school with 200 students, really, you want to collaborate with other schools. If you've got a school of thousands of students, then start in your own school.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I would dearly, I'm really looking to collaborate with as many schools as possible because although I'm in a school with, 1,400 kids, I've only got, at the top end with the year 12s and 13s, I've only got a few kids doing computer science.
Yeah.
And I suspect that must be the same with a lot of other schools. So it's about getting out there. I mean, certainly around Kuala Lumpur, and I've got them as far as Sabah and Sarawak, but most of it's happening in Kuala Lumpur because that's where the school's at. But I'm trying really hard to find other schools doing computer science.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, James, real computer science, though, not like just teaching teachers how to collaborate on Google Documents, like really building HTML or really talking about how to
Actual
leverage
coding, yeah.
or like real computer science. You're right, though. I see less and less of that.
Yeah.
I think if you have a look at sorry.
Sorry, Seth, you go first.
No, I think if you have a look at schools that are actually on the British curriculum, I think you'll see a lot of good stuff happening because of that push that has happened this year.
Yeah.
You're right. Big
Because
one.
there's been a real push on computing. Yeah, there's still a lot of people, there's a lot of teachers up in arms and panicking. But I can see that, especially next year, really evolving.
Ceci, have you got somebody doing computer science over at your school? What's our first collaboration then? What level are you teaching?
That's year 7, year 8s.
Okay.
Hey, guys, quickly a question. What about the hour of code in your schools? We had a big activity last Wednesday.
Yeah, we completely went over. I mean, because we're coding every week, so yeah, we didn't really do a big push on the hour of code. We've had too many other things happening.
What about you, James and Wes?
The primary kids all did it at our school, but the secondary kids, they're getting far more than an hour of code anyway. So, it seemed a bit pointless, really.
In our school, the teachers were in a competition, and even a prize money of 1,500 baht was given. So
that sounds like interesting.
Yeah. There is
having the teachers compete.
That's
a good
now
one.
we're talking.
Yeah. That's cool because the hour of code really should be for people that are not coders.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's the idea.
Well, we did it 3 years ago or 2 years ago when we first started, introducing the new computing curriculum and everything. We had a big push, hour of code, but now every single classroom is coding. I mean, all the way down to kindergarten.
That's right.
So we're all doing
I
something.
see that you don't need that format anymore in your school. But it was
I
cool
can
to see
see
our
it. I mean,
teachers-
I think definitely with the teachers. I mean, I know our code. Well, maybe next month we'll do our own because I like that. I like
That's
that
actually
idea of
really
having
good
the
idea
teachers.
for the primary teachers. I mean,
Yeah.
You have to give some prize money, though.
Yeah, there's also this big like aura, or like people are afraid of coding, and if teachers have that experience with hour of code and be like, oh, we just want to teach them like kind of if-then statements, and if this, do that, and if that's it, then they can be like, oh, what else could I? And they'll start asking more questions about how could I implement this into my English class and in Scratch, and
Well, and that was it, like introducing it to some of the teachers in the younger years, like for them to realize, hold on a minute, coding is much more than just sitting down and typing text, old DOS style, because that's the sort of generation of teachers that we're working with, and they're like, oh, I don't want to do DOS stuff, and it's like, hold on a minute, no, it's so much more, it's just, you go into the kitchen, you have a recipe, that is an algorithm, you've got your recipe, that's your algorithm, it's the same thing, it's the same principle, so yeah, it's that changing that mindset.
I
agree with you on that.
I have a reminder. We are in half an hour in.
Yeah, maybe we should cut it.
Maybe maybe I want to show you one more thing, if that is possible.
Oh, I see. Oh, hijacking. Hang on, Ralph. I'm moderator.
No one's gonna watch it if it's too long, right?
What do you want to show us, Ralph?
Okay, I just want to quickly mention that on the Educa, which is one of the Thailand's biggest education conferences, or sorry, fairs, I got to know a website. I'm sharing my screen, by the way. Can anybody confirm?
Yeah.
I haven't can anybody else do that? I haven't presented. Yeah, okay, thank you. So this because we are in Thailand, I find that there's a reason for me to push this out on YouTube. DLIT, Distance Learning Information Technology, is a website which was pushed by the Thai government, and it is organized in the 12 age groups, 12 form levels in Thailand, which is Prathom 1 to 6 and Madhyam 1 to 6. And these are videos which are very, very well produced. They are produced by a production team which come with lightning to your school and 2 digital high-def cameras. And even if one of the teachers has been me, and therefore they're not like professional TV presenters or showmen, but I find the idea very good that something is happening from the government, where there's. Sorry, now I started by accident.
No, that's not the same thing, is it?
So it's I think it's a very good start by the Thai government to have something out there for students who cannot attend schools even. And this has been in other countries as well, but this is the first thing I got to know in Thailand. So Seti, so you know it as well. Thank you.
Nice, really nice. Excellent. On that note, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to draw us to a close.
Yeah, this was great. It was a lot of good conversation.
Thanks, everybody.
Thursday.
Cheers.
Thursday.
Yeah.
That means you've got to press the button.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much, everybody.